Welcome back to the Success Publishing videocast. My name is Jessica Soto, and I am here with one of our co-authors today, Patti Culver. Welcome to the videocast.
Thank you so very much.
And we just love interviewing our authors so that we can shine a light on their work and their amazing stories so that everyone can hear more about them and who they are. So, Patti, could you give the cliff notes on who you are, where you are in the world?
Yeah, as you said, my name is Patti Culver. I live in Southwest Utah, a St. George area. I live with my husband and my two cats. I have 2 grown children and 5 grandchildren so far. So
That's awesome. And then you're recently published author. Do you have your book that you can show off to everybody?
I do, right here.
Awesome. I love that. Breakthrough Leadership with Patti Culver. How did that feel to actually finally get it in the mail and hold in your hands?
Oh, Jessica, it was the only word that really comes to mind is surreal. Just to see yourself on the cover of a book is a feeling you just can't imagine until it happens. I'm sure you've heard that a million times, surreal, but that really is what it felt like. It was so exciting, so surreal, and just really, really joyful, just a wonderful, exciting experience.
That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, I love hearing it from all of our authors every time because it brings me joy that we brought this together and you made it happen and you got it and felt that way.
Oh yeah, joy is the word.
Yeah. So let's dive a little more into your story, not giving everything away from your chapter, but can you give us a little more background on who you are and what brought you to becoming an author?
Well, I have a background in, I was a legal secretary, legal assistant for many years, and administrative assistant. And all throughout my days working in offices and for corporate and things like that, I always dabbled in writing. I wrote a lot for business. I did that. I was a grant writer. I did a lot of things like that regarding business. But I always kept my hand dabbling in writing because I love to write. My first writing experiences were when I was, I think, in 4th or 5th grade, and I was really enamored with the space program. So all of my stories were about space travel and aliens on Mars, funny things like that. Yeah, it was really kind of funny now that I look back. I wish I had all of those stories that I wrote because it would be so funny to look back. And when I was older, probably in my 30s, I began writing what I thought was poetry. I don't know if that was so good, but it gave me a different perspective. And I've just always kind of kept journals, things like that, off and on, and just written down my thoughts about things. So that's my background in writing. Yeah.
So you have always kind of been an author. You're just now officially a published author of your story.
Yeah, it's really exciting.
Awesome. A big culmination.
Yes, it is. It is.
I love that. So we all have, our own stories, what we've been through and what we come out of that we can share with everybody. That's, what we do here so that why we do co-authors so that we can share everybody's stories so it can reach others. So can you share a little bit of the struggles that you went through that brought you to where you are now?
Well, first of all, I believe that every single person on the planet has an important story to tell. We've all gone through things, good and bad, drama, joy, all types of emotions. And I think really every person has a book or a story that they can tell. I had a friend the other day tell me, wow, you published a book, and that's really cool. I could never do that. And I said, of course you could. Everyone can. It's something innate in all of us that we have a story to tell. So The way, what was your question again? I'm
So
sorry.
like what your, without giving too much away, like kind of what like your basic struggle, like the valley was that brought you up to here where you can share what you've been through.
Got it. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
I've been through, even from the age of a young child, I've been through an unusual amount, I believe, of challenges, emotionally, physically, and starting in the year 2000, I went through a particularly difficult time with my health. And it taught me a lot about myself, about the world, about the medical world, about faith. And it taught me so many, many things. And it was a very, very low point in my life. And, but I feel, Jessica, that everyone can probably relate to what I went through, because everyone goes through struggles. Everyone goes through things with their health. Everyone goes through things with in their emotional life. And I just feel that people on some level can relate to what I went through.
Yeah, I love the title of your chapter, Adversity Never Sleeps, which is like what you just spoke about. There's always something happening,
Right.
figuring it out. So what is it that you hope readers of your story will get out of it, whether they've been through something similar or nothing like it?
I hope readers will, in some fashion, see themselves, and I hope that they will realize that there's always joy on the other side of what they're going through, that it is possible to not only to survive, but to thrive, and that we all have what it takes to get through all those times of darkness, times of challenge, and to have hope, that we can always have hope.
Yeah, I love that. So you've been a writer your whole life, as you said, and you know, you've been through a lot, as you detail in your chapter. So why was now the time to become an author, like to step into that power of an author?
Well, to be truthful, I'm getting older. I just turned 64 a couple days ago, and I had the opportunity that came along, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to go for it now. If I don't go for it now, when am I going to go for it? So it just seemed the right and perfect time. And I believe all things work together throughout your life to bring you on the journey that you're on. And I believe the universe or whatever just decided that they were going to present an opportunity to me through Matt Morris. And I just took a leap of faith, and I decided that this was something I was going to do and see to fruition. I really, really had a drive, and I wanted to leave something for my family, for my children, and for people who don't really know me that well, just to know a little bit more about me and my journey.
Yeah. First of all, happy belated birthday. And I would say you're 64 years young. I wouldn't say that this is the end of anything. But I love that, you know, the opportunity came along. You're like, if not now, when? So let's do this.
Exactly.
How has that felt, stepping into this identity of a published author? Like, has it changed how you feel about yourself? Has it changed how you think about yourself?
Oh my goodness, Jessica, it has just opened doors for me, just personally and business wise. It's been one of the coolest things I've ever done in my life. And I know it's, you know, it may not be a big deal to some people, but to me, it's a huge thing and an accomplishment, something I've always wanted to do. And seeing that come to fruition. I just cannot explain the feelings of joy. I'm more confident. I'm happy with myself. I believe in my abilities more than I ever have. So many people came to support me when I did my book launch. I absolutely couldn't believe all the love and support that I got, and it meant so much to me that people cared that much about my journey and they wanted to read about it. So it's done so much for me. I would recommend it highly to anyone who's contemplating doing this, to just do it. They will never regret it.
That's awesome. I love seeing the transformation and hearing you guys talk about how it makes you feel, because that's what it's all about. That's awesome. What were there any surprises about the experience?
I guess I'm surprised a little bit about how much support I got. I really didn't expect the outpouring of love and support. I really didn't. I thought some people would say, "Oh, that's really cool, high five." But so many people just kind of came out of the crevices of my life that maybe I haven't spoken to for a long time or something, and they really sent heartfelt messages and told me they were proud of me and said they're looking forward to reading my story. And that sort of took me aback. It did take me by surprise that so many people showed an outpouring of love for me. That nothing can be more gratifying than that.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love that. So what happens next for you? Like, what's next for Patti?
Well, I'm a notary loan signing agent. I do have my own network marketing company that I work for. And I'm going to keep writing because it was such a gratifying experience. I'm just going to go forward and keep writing, and we'll see what comes. But deep down, don't tell anybody, I would love to possibly speak a little bit. I think that's something I've always wanted to do. I don't know if I'll get that opportunity, but I would certainly enjoy exploring that possibility. So
awesome. Yeah, I know a lot of our authors, they use this and they launch into speaking engagements. So speak that out there, put it out there, and
putting it out in the universe.
Yeah.
I would like to speak. So on any level, I just think people can relate to my story. And I think in some small way, the things I went through were meant to help others. So I would like to do that someday.
That's great. Well, I can't wait to see you posting about your first speaking engagement, because that
would be wonderful. You'll be the first to know.
Yeah, exactly. Well, thank you so much for chatting with me today and joining us here. Again, you can find Breakthrough Leadership with Patti Culver on Amazon.com. And thank you so much, Patti.
Thank you, Jessica, so very much. I've enjoyed everything so much. And I want to thank you and Matt and Steve and everyone so much for this journey. It's really embellished and enhanced my life so much.
You're welcome.